Good morning. Thank you for this great turnout as we open Station 30. Before we get started, I wanted to mention a couple of our folks that have made the trip up here to Joelton to be with us in this exciting day. We have some of the chiefs from our department that are here today, and if you'd raise your hand when I call your name. Chief Buddy Curran, Chief Wayne Vick, back in the back, Chief Charlie Vance, Billy Burgess, and several others. Along with that, today some of the food that you'll see after we cut our ribbon here today has been brought to us. Compliments of the Country Junction brought some beautiful cakes. Tony's Foodland brought some delicious food for us to enjoy. And also Ronnie Reeder is here, who used to own the property where we sit now. So thank you so much for joining us today. The Nashville Fire Department would like to thank all of you for coming here today as we open this state-of-the-art fire station that's been afforded to you by Mayor Dean and the Metro Council. I'm Deputy Chief Kim Lawson of the Nashville Fire Department, and I would like to begin our ceremony by introducing some of the key people today that have been very instrumental in supporting this event and making today possible. Sitting before you are Mayor Karl Dean, Director Billy Lynch, and Chief Rick White. We'll be hearing remarks from our key officials in just a few minutes. Joining us here are our firefighters, EMTs, and paramedics who work right here at this station to help keep you safe from harm. The first person that will speak to you today, most of you know, Billy Lynch. He's a long time Metro employee and leader, and he serves as the Nashville Fire Department's director. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a welcome to Director Lynch.
Well, thank you, Kim. I appreciate the introduction. It makes me feel good. Long time director, and makes me feel excellent. I feel in good shape, health or whatever. There's a couple of people, as I get started, I do want to recognize who have been very instrumental in helping me this last 14 months. One is the last full-time inside fire chief from Nashville, Martin Coleman. And I want to thank Martin. He's been very helpful to me these last 13 months as I've thrown ideas off of him. And I believe it's been 20-something years since Martin held this position. Yes, times have changed, but Martin still has the mindset and the vision of where this place needs to go, and I thank Martin. Mark Young, who is the president of the fire union or labor group that we work with, and Mark and I are getting along, and we're moving close to that same piece of track, and we'll get there because Mark is a very good cooperative person. And Dwayne Phillips back in the back, who's over E911. I knew Dwayne back in the police department when I had another position, and Dwayne is really one who believes and works hard for this city. Like I say, it's a pleasure to be here in Joelton. Joelton's always been a favorite area of mine, whether I was at Public Works or even I met some gentlemen and ladies here that I hired when I was HR director. And this is really the second time from the fire department I've been here, once for the groundbreaking of this lovely facility, and now for the new hall that Engine 30 and Medic 30 will be housed. I want to take this opportunity to give a sincere thanks to Nancy Whittemore, Director of General Services, and entire staff of General Services, as this building is managed by General Services Department and operated by the Nashville Fire Department. I want to say Councilman Lionel Matthews, who does work in your area and is a hard, dedicated worker, tried his best to be here. He's doing something that a lot of people have to do in today's world, and that's hold two jobs. And he's working hard, doing his other job so that he can have time to come and be a part of the council. And Lionel was the one who led recently the Metro operating budget through the council and is a very, very dedicated public servant, not only for you, but for every department in Metro, and I know because I've worked in many of them. I also want to introduce, as Kim Lawson said, this will be the staff that's housed here at Medic 30. And also, I want to introduce the new management team that's been in place at the fire department since March 15th. This management team is headed up by Assistant Chief Rick White. And I want to tell you, it's remarkable all the changes that have taken place in this short time. There's some great thoughts to take place for the entire staffing of the fire department over the next few months. One will affect not just this department, hall, but many others. And it'll be very, very positive. Also, in just a few weeks, we will bring out 3 new additional ambulances for Davidson County. People may say 3, that's not many. 3 without no additional new staff. This management team has worked hard to reconfigure how our staff works, and it's going to bring 3 out. From 1974 to this year, Metro Fire Department and Metropolitan Government had moved from 16 ambulances in 1974 on the street to 19 today. And we're going to add 3 more without any new staff because this staff is rethinking how they do business. And it will not have any negative impact for the safety of this city, but rather a positive. When I originally came in 2000 to the fire department for a short time, there was not a facilities management team in place. I want to take this time to thank Deputy Chief Larry Pooh, who's sitting back here with a cane similar to mine. He stole my other one. Larry, 30 years ago, established the facilities section. And for his 30 years, I want to thank him because Larry will be retiring real soon. In the next couple of weeks, he took the vow. And I want to thank him for all that he's done for this city, this department, and individually for me. And I really want to say thank you to Larry, because Larry not only has been involved in facilities management, which involves not only buildings but equipment, but he formerly headed up the EMS section. He's been in charge of the administrative part of the fire department, and his thoughts and input to bring about a lot of these changes are greatly appreciated by me personally. Not many people would take that step and do this. Larry has set the path for where this department needs to go, but we have so much more to do, as managers need to do if we're going to develop a strong 5 to 10 year plan so we know where this department needs to be and how it gets there and be successful. Rick White and his team are really putting this together, and the facilities part will be transferred over from Deputy Chief Larry Pooh to Deputy Chief Danny Yates. And I'm sure Danny will take the initiative to bring this new 5 to 10 year plan and take it further so it will benefit all taxpayers. I too am a taxpayer in Davidson County, and I respect what's done every day, but we can do more. I see the deputy mayor's here, Greg Hinold. I do want to thank Greg. Greg has been very supportive and instrumental in helping me for these last 13 months. And as I've made in my speech at the budget, it's been a challenge, it's been frustrating, but it's very rewarding. Saying that, public safety, economic development, and education have been on the next speaker's mind. He's lived up to every promise he made to this community. This facility speaks for itself. This team up here is part of what he's talked about, the management team and the new equipment that Nancy and I are working on that will arrive hopefully in the next few months. Saying that, I'd like to introduce the Mayor of Nashville, Karl Dean.
Well, thank you, Billy, and thank you all for being here today. And I apologize for being late. We had to get off the interstate and had a little bit of an adventure getting here, but we're here, and I'm glad to be here. It's always good to be in Joelton. Before I get started, I want to introduce some elected officials who are here with us today. From the Metro Council, we have Mr. Walter Hunt, who's always got the best hat in the room for anybody. We have Bo Mitchell, who's not only a member of the council, but is also a member of the state legislature. And Representative Gary Moore. Gary, thank you for being here. We are also very pleased to have with us the mayor of Springfield, Billy Paul Carneal is here. Billy Paul, there you are. Thank you for coming down. And I want to echo what Chief Lynch said about Lonnell Matthews. Lonnell has done, I think, a fantastic job in the council. He has done a wonderful job just recently as chair of Budget and Finance. We got the budget done last week and the capital spending budget done last night. He's done it in, I think, a very open way, and he's done it very efficiently, and we're sort of ahead of schedule, and I think that's great, and Lonnell has been a wonderful member of our council. And I also want to say thank you to Larry Poole. Larry, thank you for all your service and best wishes. I know I'll see you before you go, but I want to say publicly you've done a lot for Davidson County, and we're deeply appreciative for that. Today, we are pleased to open the newly completed Fire Station 30 in Joelton, just across the street from a fire hall that has served this community for many years. It's an exciting day as we see the result of a project that we began just around a year ago, built on what used to be farmland. The land was purchased to hold what I consider a very important part of any community, a fire station with highly trained personnel who hold the proper tools to protect its neighbors at a moment's notice. 3 years ago, I made Nashville's fire stations a priority with the capital funds to rebuild 6 aging fire stations, which was supported by the Metro Council. Today marks the 4th ground-up station that has been completed, with 2 additional stations being constructed right now on Joyner Street in Woodbine and on 18th Avenue in North Nashville. This state-of-the-art facility includes greatly enhanced living quarters for our firefighters and paramedics who are on call 24 hours every day so that they can effectively respond to fire and medical emergencies that occur in the Joelton community. Sitting here before you are some of the best trained crews in our city. The firefighters are cross-trained as paramedics, offering the finest care possible in an emergency. The paramedic staffed ambulance completes a system of getting highly trained personnel on the scene of an emergency to begin advanced treatment and to continue the care when a person is being transported to the hospital. We know how much today means to these brave first responders, and I hope this new facility communicates to them the value as a city we place on their service to us. I know that this community is proud to call this fire station their own, leaving a sense of security, knowing that the dedicated responders are nearby and ready to help when needed. Thank you for allowing me to share this day as we open Fire Station 30. Thank you.